Hey meteorologist Tim Buckley joining you here to give you an update about the severe weather that we could see later on today in parts of the Piedmont and the Triad. Right now we're looking at Skycam and right around 1 o'clock this afternoon has been bumping around a lot. The winds have been up, the clouds starting to thicken up just a little bit too. That's kind of a before the storm thing that we'll see. But winds already have been gusting as high as 20 to 25 miles per hour throughout the morning hours, and that's going to increase as the big system gets a little bit closer later on this afternoon and evening. Here it is. You can see how big this storm is. The center is way back here in St. Louis right now, with a large cold front kind of extending ahead of that. That front right now just starting to get into Georgia and Tennessee. We can kind of almost draw it in for you right here. That's where that front is. And as it gets a little closer, our threat for storms is going to increase accordingly. So the later in the day we get, I'm thinking the evening time is probably the time when we start to see those storms popping up and moving into the Triad. Again, as of 1 o'clock this afternoon, nothing going on in the Piedmont Triad itself, maybe just a few stray showers, and that's it. But the first tornado warning for the state already out. This came out, let's see, just around 12:45 this afternoon and evening for a cell that is in South Carolina, moving up into parts of North Carolina. So that's going to be a possibility as we head into tonight for our counties here in the Piedmont Triad. Here's what's going on right now, though. The main front, as we said, way off to the west still kind of pushing its way toward Atlanta. Ahead of it, we have those strong winds coming in from the south that'll be gusting as high as 30 miles per hour at times. So FUTURECAST breaking it down has that front right around Georgia by 1 o'clock, and those strong storms just starting to get into western North Carolina. We think we'll be okay right through about dinner time or so, but by, say, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, some of these storms that you see popping up here on FUTURECAST could start to get pretty strong. And the ones ahead of it, say these cells right here by Charlotte, or the ones here by the Triad itself, those could develop a little bit of rotation. If that were to happen, that would be a bad thing, because some of those stronger ones could start to pop up, maybe a tornado. That would be a very isolated threat, but we can't rule it out for cells like this. The main front back here is more likely to be on the damaging wind side of things. And look how the front kind of moves through. Even by tomorrow morning, 5 or 6 a.m., we are still going to be dealing with some thunderstorms, and they still could be severe at that time as well. So kind of a long night for us to deal with, but there's the clearing skies that we want to see. That happens midday tomorrow, getting into the afternoon, and everything will be fine at that point. Just a little breezy. So here's the timeline for you. Low threat for severe weather this afternoon. That will start to go up by the afternoon hours and into the evening time and the overnight. That's when you're going to have everything ready to go to make sure you get those warnings. NOAA radio is the best thing to have. Also have those apps. WFMY weather app will help to let you know about those severe weather alerts overnight tonight while you're sleeping. This gets cut off a little bit here, but the threat for wind is the highest that we'll see in the Triad area. Low threat for hail and a relatively low threat for tornadoes, but again, we can't rule that out because they're such a high impact event. A little bit better threat for flooding here in the Triad with some of the heavy rain. Again, remember, you make sure to know the difference between a watch and a warning. A watch means that severe weather is going to be possible in that area with the conditions that we have possible right now. A warning is different. A warning means that severe weather is already happening, and that's when you really need to act. So if a severe thunderstorm warning or a tornado warning is issued for your area, that's when you need to just go to that safe place and make sure you're good to go. Here's the cold front moving through again tonight. The overnight period is when we see those storms, and then by midday tomorrow, we're starting to clear things out. Still going to be a breezy, kind of blustery Wednesday, but once we get to the afternoon, we're fine. And I think Thursday right here, you see these clouds kind of swirling around this low pressure area. It's not going to be a beautiful sunny day on Thursday. We'll still see some cloudy skies at times and maybe even a spotty shower. After that, we'll be good to go for the weekend. There's a 7-day forecast, really cool temperatures in the mornings, nice temperatures in the afternoons for the rest of the weekend. But in the meantime, keep it back with us. We'll have plenty of updates on social media. Myself, Grant Gilmore, and the WFMY team will keep you prepared. Just make sure you are sticking with us. All right, we'll have more updates as the storm continues. Thanks.